Hey guys, this is X-Praise here. Today we're doing a video on this what do you call it? This Acer C740 again. I thought I'd do a videos of this Chromebook again. Since I put Windows 11 onto it. Um And so I wanted to do a quick video demonstrating of what this Chromebook can do again. Um, because I want to do a series again for filler content for the devices I have of what it can play. You guys are gonna notice that there is a bit glitching going on with the display. It's not you, it's my capture card. I have like Chinese capture card that I got off of eBay a long time ago, and I've always meant to get a new one that doesn't do this. But anywho, we are gonna be doing a video of what this laptop can do. Again, so, this laptop is a pretty good laptop. I'm gonna be showing you guys some settings right now that I have done. So, basically, this laptop was not performing that good completely. It just didn't perform good. Um, I am gonna launch up CPU Z to make sure that make sure that I am that this is the Chromebook. To be sure. Um, I'll even show you what BIOS version I have and everything. So, it's an Intel Celeron 3205U. The max TDP is 15, which is pretty good for a Chromebook, right? It's like one of the best. But you can do a maximum of TDP without hurting anything of 25. That's what the person that makes this BIOS and makes everything possible for this for the Chromebooks on Windows. Um, but I'll leave in the description below of the Discord that I'm in of where they mostly do a lot of development and things that could be in development. They recently got a development of the some of the AMD Chromebooks to run. So as you can see, the manufacturer is Google, model is RN underscore Payne, which that is the main board of the Acer C740. Bus specs PCI Express, Intel Broadwell U, and Intel Broadwell U PCH LP. And the BIOS is, of course, Core Boot, Mr. Chromebox. And then date is 7/18/2022. I have not updated this BIOS in the longest time. So, just because, this Chromebook just doesn't, operate that. Just because I just don't want to mess with the BIOS. But I will make a video tutorial if you have a Chromebook. Um, if you guys need to flash the firmware, the BIOS again. Just tips. You need Linux. There used to be a Windows version of the install, but whenever I click the link, it's just gone. So maybe they discontinued it. But yeah, memory is of course DDR3 4 GB. It is on dual channel, which that's good because if you have dual channel, it's really good. And then of course this is just SPD memory selection and such. So Intel HD graphics. There is absolutely no way to tell which HD graphics this is, but what I've heard, it's a little custom whenever it comes to the HD graphics. It's around the lines of the Intel HD 4000 or 4600. Uh, and it's around that. That's what I've heard. And then bench. I'm not gonna stress test it for you guys, but then about is just that. But we are gonna be testing some games. There might be some games that might actually surprise you that this game will be able to run. But I am gonna have to blur a lot of things out in one of the games. But so we are, but I'm gonna show you the program that I used to overclock this CPU. It's called Intel Extreme Tuning Utility by Intel Corporation. It's made by Intel and it works. It works good. Um, which we're just waiting for this to launch up. So, um, basically, this is the overclocking application. It is super tough to find the application, like the right application for this Chromebook, because you need something special. Because this is an Intel Celeron, you can't use any of the newer XTUs. It's weird. But as you can see, the core, it's 25 watts and 55 amps. Which that is pretty good. I don't know if that's optimized. I just kind of put it there, and I like the performance. We are using memory of 2 GB, so we gotta close some things whenever we test a game. But I personally use Brave because it does prompt you if you have a lower spec memory configuration that if you want to basically have a if you want to have a memory um if you just want to have a memory I sorry, I forget what I was gonna say. But yeah. Um so the 3 games we're gonna be testing, actually 4, because I wanna see if Saint Rose the Third is playable. I just installed Windows 11 on this Chromebook and it works. It works good. I am gonna show you one application really quick that requires PowerShell. I'm just gonna have to pause the video for a quick second. So I'll be right back. So we are back. I am gonna promote this YouTuber. His name is called Chris Titus Tech on YouTube, and he has made a open source script for the Windows Toolbox. It is the best script that I've like messed with for anything in Windows. Of course, you can buy it if you want to. I personally have not bought it yet. It's $10. It's not that much. But it is open source. If you want to buy it and support him, he is a wonderful guy whenever it comes to this kind of tech. Um, I personally watch him every so often, but he is a cool guy. I'm just trying to, uh, okay. He really should make this a clickable link. Which that's hard. Well, not too hard. It just requires some HTML editing. Um, but so basically, what we are gonna do is we're gonna copy this launch command. Um, we are gonna launch a PowerShell. Don't worry, this application is perfectly safe. Um, uh, and then we just run that command. Um, it is gonna take a little bit because this is a processor that is not that difficult. But as you can see, you can add the ultimate performance plan, which I've already done that. And then you want to click on laptop. I personally set everything that is laptop. I personally disable TPM on update. And I'm also gonna set the classic right click menu. I do recommend this if you're on Windows 11 on this laptop. Also, one thing, do not do maximum volume on the main speakers on Windows 11 because the maximum volume is currently broken on this laptop. It will blow out your speakers. I just don't go maximum volume at all. Please don't. It goes way too loud. And what I've heard is they're not going to work on sound drivers for this laptop. Hopefully they do, but they're mainly focused on the next generation laptops. But I am gonna run the tweaks as you can see here. This is doing its thing. You do need to run this as administrator whenever you use the PowerShell. But it should be pretty good. We are just going to be waiting for this to be done. I personally already did this. I didn't need to do it again, but I'm just showing you of how it does this. And as you can see, it's going pretty fast. If you don't overclock this, yeah. It's gonna be a slow laptop in at first, but yeah. Um, it is finished. That's good. So, um, when you tell, yeah. So we are going to be showing some game plots right now. I just gotta pause while I'm loading one up. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. So I do not know how to say this name. I'm not gonna say it that much. Um, but it's a anime game that you can create anime characters and go date them. We're not gonna be going fully in depth with all of that. I just want to show you guys the game loads and goes into character creation. So, let's get to that. I haven't personally tested this in the real world of the game. But yeah. We are gonna load it up. And yeah. Okay. It will take some time because this is a pretty uh this this is just a huge, this is a big graphical game whenever it comes to anime, but it does launch eventually. Reason why I close Steam is because I just don't want it running right now. And as you can see, it does launch. It is in not responding mode, but give it some time. That's usual for these games. Um, Especially with the makers of these games, it is especially hard or something um for a lot of computers to just instantly open it. It's not the best game on low end hardware, but it does work. It just takes some time to load because I have a repack version that has a bunch of mods. So, but yeah, come on. I will unpause once it's done. Oh, it just got done. It is finally loading. Good. It usually takes this long. As you can see, it did make it to the load screen. Let me pause this really quick and make sure it's not Okay, as you guys can see, it has loaded into the character creator. I am not gonna go in depth with this game, but it has loaded. Um, we can adjust the face and everything. It is a very in-depth character creator if you're into this type of game. But yeah, I won't show this game off too much, but I am gonna be switching games right now. Okay, let's just quit it. Okay, so the other game I wanted to show off. Um, let's do Saints Row the Third. I know I've showed off this game once, um, but it was on the Acer C731, I believe. I'm unsure if I showed off this game. I'm unsure. But we'll see. We are gonna do a video again if it, if, yeah. um, we just gotta wait for everything to install. And Steam does load in very slowly in general. Mainly because the new update of Steam it's not the best. But we just have to wait for this to be done. But I'm gonna pause again until this is done. Okay, guys, we are finally back. I ended up canceling the installation because the game was ready. So we are going to be testing DirectX 10 and 11. I do not know if this game will run at 10 or 11 on this laptop, but despite that, that entire game, that entire, uh, that character creator, running super good, um, I mean, it did take some time to load up, that's the usual thing with those games from that company. But we are gonna be doing this. So, I should probably turn on the FPS, maybe. Um, let's see. That's the notes. Achievements. Settings. Let's open settings. In-game FPS counter. Let's do top left. Let's see if it shows it. It is. We are getting about 70 FPS. Which, that's pretty good for this type of laptop. But will it be playable? That's the thing that we have to answer. So we are getting around 30 FPS, which is decent. But let's go into the real world. Um, Sorry, I'm not playing with my controller right now, so it's kind of hard. As you can see, we are in the real world right now. Um, which it is running pretty good. But let's edit some of the graphics. Yeah, see, we're everything on low right now. Um, okay. We will try this game on DirectX 9 to see if we can get a better performance. Yeah, let's switch over to DirectX 9 to see if we're able to get better performance on this laptop. Because in the menus, we're getting around like 77 FPS, which is pretty decent. But let's switch over to a DirectX 9. Um, Saints Row the Third. Let's do this. Let's do DirectX 9. Just click continue. So, we are getting around 30 FPS in games still. That's a bit surprising. Options. Crap. Display. Let's disable the anti-aliasing. Uh, let's also turn on VSync. I know you don't turn on VSync uh, on games because it does hurt the FPS a lot. But it might help with lower end hardware. So, as you can see, uh, I mean, the FPS is definitely a lot worse. But it's not in super slow-mo, which is a bit surprising, right? Um, but yeah. Let's try getting in a car and just drive off. But the way you enter cars in this game is funny. Crap. Turn off the radio. And as you can see, it does go in a super slow-mo whenever we're driving, which is expected because the CPU cannot handle much. Again, this game's not that graphical. I mean, it's graphical for a 360 game, but yet again, that's the 360. But it is playable if you just want to have a laggy experience. But yeah. We are gonna quit to desktop. So, that is that. We're gonna show one more game. Which is, I'm gonna have to pause my recording again, but I'll be back. Okay, guys, we are back. We are launching up The Sims 4, my most favorite character creator game ever. Because of the type of editing the game has. And I love this game to death. It's one of my most favorite character creators. I mean, it's just humans and everything, but you can make some really good characters in this game and build up skills and everything. Which we are just loading this up right now. But yeah. I will be doing more videos about this Chromebook, in the future. I just want to get the main stuff, over with, entirely. Um, but yeah. I want to get the main games that I have on this laptop over with for right now, and show off to you guys. I am in offline mode for this game for right now, so that's why you're not seeing a bunch of stuff just pop up. But as you can see, we are going into character creator. And as you can see, it is running pretty good. Which is not surprising because this game does have a laptop mode. I will show you guys right now. It has a laptop mode. Yep, laptop mode. Um, and I mean, it is one of the we will put 3D up, the 3D scale up. Okay. So as you can see, it's running. I don't know what FPS this is because I don't have an overlay as of right now. But if we switch like genders, it takes a bit. It takes a bit switching genders and everything. And as you can see, we can change clothes and everything. I currently don't have any of my mods right now on here. With mods installed, it does take a bit with mods. It's not the fastest. It's definitely not the fastest experience for The Sims. The Sims does run very sluggish in general whenever it comes to these, comes to the game overall. The game is not very well optimized for newer hardware, just because it runs on one CPU core, which is mainly due to because it is a DirectX 9.0 game. And it doesn't run all that well on newer hardware, just because it's stuck on the one CPU core. There hasn't been a fix for the longest time. But we're just gonna randomly name this character. I don't really want to create a character on camera right now. We will just do this, and we'll just randomly generate, and we'll just do a random aspiration. Oh, you used to, well, this is a small screen. So, just do family. Let's do that. I would not be saving this, this character at all. But I just want to show you guys that it does load into the world, just fine. I just mainly want to show that for right now. It does take a little bit for the loading screens to stop, mainly because the CPU of this laptop, it's definitely a low budget Celeron, but it does its job. We're just gonna pick spring. Okay. So we're just gonna go to Willow Creek. I have not been on here for the longest time. We're just going to the random house for right now. We of course are gonna do furnished. But this laptop does not heat up at all, which is good. It has a fan. The fan is always on whenever you're playing a game, to keep everything cool. The bad thing about newer Chromebooks, guys, is that they don't have fans at all in their laptops, so they're not really cooled the best. But yeah, as you can see, we are in the uh in the world now, which is good, right? I mean, this is a playable experience. It does very low texture though, which I don't really mind, honestly. Um, as long as it plays The Sims, I love The Sims. I got so addicted, like, for entire months that I would bring my personal laptop to school and just play The Sims at lunch because I was that addicted. It's one of my disabilities. I will make a video one day of what my disabilities are, um, and what I understand about them. Um, but stay tuned because I want to explain towards the public of how I live, how I have my disabilities, and how they interfere with my normal life. But yeah, um, but anywho, we are. It is a. It's a pretty fluent experience, honestly. I mean, once you zoom out, it gets like that. Um, I think it's because of the weather, though. It might just be the weather. But otherwise, it's pretty smooth. I'm a bit surprised. But yeah. I'm gonna close The Sims. I'm not gonna save because I personally don't want this character as of right now. I just personally don't want them. Um, but yeah. Um, I think that will be it for this video because it is a 37-minute video. I personally didn't want it to be this long, but it did. And I'm sorry for people that don't like long videos. It's just this ended up being long, and it is gonna take some time to upload, unfortunately. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be getting out of the video now, and yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.